what's going on, people? So now, I don't know why I even say that. Right now, no one watches my videos. But anyways, so this is just practice for me at this point. So right now, what I'm going to try to do is try to solve this problem. I've never solved this problem before. I don't know what to do. I've read the problem. I understand what the problem's asking. Let's see if I can figure it out. So, let's see how long I can do it. So I'm trying to do this like a practice interview. So, I have like 30 minutes. Only the filled cells need to be validated according to the following rules. So okay, so basically I'm just checking if it's valid, and I mean to check if it's valid, you just need to check like here, this one's valid. This one's invalid because the 8 and the A is in the same row. So you're really just checking the 3 rows. That's really all I have to do. So I could write down, hey, I'm going to check rows. Row contains no duplicates. 2, check column contains no duplicates. I would want to check each, I guess. Check each row, check each col, and check each subboard does not contain any duplicates. Okay, that would tell me this is valid. Now, telling it's valid is different than it being solvable. Like, these might not be solvable, but we just want to show if it's valid. So, okay, so my strategy is to think about this. So, okay, let's think about this for a minute, as if I'm at it. So I want to check that each row contains no duplicates. I want to check that each column contains no duplicates, and I want to check each subboard does not contain any duplicates. I thought hashing might work, so I put hashing up here. So I could create like some dictionaries. I could create a dictionary for each row and basically add into the row. So if I create a dictionary for each row, so it's going to be like some type of rows dictionary. So I have like 0 for the 0th row, and then I'll store like a set, I guess. And then I'll have a 1 for the 2nd row, and I'll have a set. So for each, create a dictionary for each row, have the row maps to a set of the values contained in that row. If ever we see a value that is already in that row, then we return false. Like, return false because it's not valid. And it seems like same thing for columns, and same thing for subboards. I guess for subboards, we're going to number our subboards like this. We're going to have like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. And here we'll have 1, 2. Here we'll have 2, 0, 2, 1, and 2, 2. So anyways, basically this is on my subboards, right? So these will be my subboards, and how I can get this is by doing something like, I don't know, doing some R divided by 3 and C divided by 3. Basically just taking my rows and my columns and doing floor division by 3, because I already know that when I do floor division by 3, I'm going to be iterating from 0 to 8, so obviously my division will only return a 0, a 1, or a 2. A 0, 1, or 2, so it'll fit in here. Okay, that's very well and all, but another thing that I might want to consider is I think I'm good to go here, actually. I think coding this might work. So we'll start coding it, and maybe we'll come across a problem. I mean, right now, it seems to me like I will catch any issues. I'm always gonna, So I'm going to use default dictionary from collections, rows, cause, subs, and I'll set them equal to default dic okay. Alright, then we'll so then what we'll do is we will iterate through, and then so okay, if a digit does not equal the dot, which represents an empty cell, so basically this is if the cell is not empty, so it contains a digit. We want to add it to our rows R. So well, we want to check that if not in, okay, if dig in rows R or dig, it just has to be in one of these rows C, or dig in or dig in this. Okay. So if it's in either of those, return false. Well, we don't have to use else because we're returning. So the other what we would do besides that is we're going to add it. So we'll do rows are and subs. Okay. Add it into our thing, and then if we run through this whole thing, we should just return true. Okay, so I mean, I'll run through a quick example, maybe two examples. I'll run through this example, which should return false, and let's see if it'll work. So I start with this example here. So this is my Sudoku board. So I start with row 0 and column 0. So we start out here at the 8. We're going to add the 8. 8 does not exist in our rows R. These are initially these are all just empty sets, so that they are not in here. So we're going to add it to them, and then it's going to increment the column. So then we'll go to 3. We'll add that, and we'll go to the 7, and we'll add that, and we go all the way to the end. Then we go to the next row. We add the 6. We add the 1, we add the 9, we add the 5, then we go to the next one, we add the 8, and we have a problem. So what's going to happen is we're going to go here to this 9, we're going to go to this 8, but it's going to say, hey, wait, this 8 is already in my subs here. So because the subs contains, for subs 0, 0 in the dictionary, this 0, 0 is mapped to a set that contains 8, 3, 6, and 9, and then it's going to add another 8. So it should return false right there. If I run through this example, it's just gonna, it's not gonna return false because it's never gonna catch a digit being in it. So it looks like this code should work.